The following is a hockey podcast out of Vancouver and Surrey, British Columbia. It'll only consist of a lot of puck talk and even more BS, or in actual words, banter and satire. Enjoy, and as always, go Canucks go.
Okay, we got to do it, okay? We got to grade Elias Pettersson's Four Nations tournament because even though Sweden didn't lose in regulation, Pettersson is no longer playing, and I feel as if we watched every single minute, and that's not hard because he didn't play a lot. Let's also talk about Thursday being the greatest day in hockey history here on Locked On Canucks.
You're Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
People. This is how we're going to do this on Locked On Canucks, okay? The show brought to you by FanDuel. Place a $5 bet, win that $5 bet, boom, bam, new customers get what? $150 in bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/LockedOn. And yeah, America's #1 sportsbook has your back, okay? What is the Swedish term for nothing? For nothing. Is it a swear word? Is it a cuss? I don't know. But I feel as if at times I was thinking about that word watching Sweden play, 9 hours? 8 hours of hockey? 3 Swedish games, do the math, 2.5 hours each. Like, I spent a lot of time paying attention to Elias Pettersson, and I didn't see much, okay? It is what it is. But, I don't want the death threats, okay? I don't want them. Let you and you and you and you and you get those threats because they're coming, okay? Okay? People got to defend Elias Pettersson. I know. I was one of those people before. But, man, they bring the smoke when you hating on Mr. 11.6, okay? Anyways, what did you guys think about Elias Pettersson during the Four Nations tournament, okay? Derek saying he was actually playing. I barely noticed, okay? So Elias Pettersson, some people saying he might have got hurt. Who knows? But he didn't play a whole lot in the third period, okay? I doubt he was hurt. In fact, if you've heard this program before, I think a lot of people left us because I was saying that there's a good chance based on how he's playing, because, again, he's looking no better than Teddy Bluger or Pius Suter. There's a chance that guy gets benched in a best-on-best tournament. It is what it is. Tendonitis, not feeling it, confidentitis, who knows? He's just not the same guy. He's not one of the best players in hockey. He's one of the rest. And for the majority of that game, that didn't matter for Sweden, physically speaking. But, hey, spiritually, you think they wanted to be the last-place team in this tournament? You think they wanted to be behind Finland and Teppo Numminen and Tony Ludman? No, they didn't. There was something on the line there, and there was Pettersson's former coach not using him in the third period, okay? And that's a little bit sad because what I did like about his game throughout this tournament was his defensive play, okay? I guess he doesn't need the confidence to be Philip Deneau and just, execute in the defensive zone. And not perfect, but again, he was engaged, being cerebral at points. Again, in the defensive zone, I liked what he was doing there, but man, oh man, definitely not enough to lock it down and be used in the last game of this tournament for Team Sweden, okay? In their win against the United States of America. He got benched in a best-on-best tournament. It's okay if you're a Canucks fan and you're disappointed in that. Again, you spend a lot of time watching these games. Again, bro, it was Valentine's Day week. It was the Super Bowl of my love life. I spent more time watching Sweden play hockey than with my girl, okay? Anyways, again, I'm going to keep asking you guys the questions. You guys take the smoke. What did you guys think about Elias Pettersson's play during this Four Nation tournament? And did it even matter? Keep commenting away. Just Incredible. That's your name? Just Incredible. The Disney show? It's like Kim Possible, but not Kim Possible. Just Incredible. Anyways, he's saying decreased ice time each game showed how much Sweden's coaching staff trusted him. Okay, again, he wasn't one of the best players in the tournament. In these best on best tournaments, you have a lot of options. You do. And Sweden had options. And if Elias Pettersson wasn't, going to look like one of the best, you could definitely use all those other guys. But hey, it pains me to know that it happened. That negative-ish that I was uttering a couple weeks ago, it happened, man. The guy was used amongst the least in Sweden's roster in their last game. That's just not good enough. It's not good enough. In a quote-unquote nothing tournament, a tournament that I gave up on way before it started, and now I'm fully invested. I know I sound like a hypocrite, but hey, I'm a hypocrite, but I'm a human being and I'm honest, okay? It is what it is. I know this tournament didn't matter, but hey, just seeing this guy look like he has recently had for months and 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 months outside of games against the Toronto Maple Leafs, looked the same. It was just discouraging. It's boring. It's boring. That's the best word to describe it, okay? You're watching the best on best tournament. You're a fan of the team. Again, I'm cheering for Team Pettersson before Team Canada, risking getting kicked out of the country, okay? For that man, he had my support, and he still has my support. But again, I'm just disappointed and bored that, you can't walk away from this tournament being able to brag about Elias Pettersson, okay? Again, though, I don't want the smoke. You guys keep telling me what are some of the good things you saw from Pettersson, okay? What are some of the bad? Look at this from Dingbat. Okay, we are stuck with this contract. He's never been worth less at this point. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. And that's the thing here. That the Canucks got to keep Elias Pettersson. They got to keep him, okay? I'm sorry. Again, some people are going to listen to me over the last couple of weeks and be like, what do you mean they got to keep him? Okay? Bowen, Byram, Dylan Cousins, 14 granola bars. Let's do it. Okay, no. The thing is, I don't even know if you can get that offer from Buffalo anymore because the world has known that Elias Pettersson over the last 12 months has looked like Jonathan Huberdeau did not that long ago after he got traded from Florida with that big contract, right? Looking scary. And now the world really saw it amongst the best players in the league, and that's him still suffering from confidentitis, right? Like Rick Tocchet. And it seemed as if it was such a beautiful press conference, right? You got a lot of intel, and you just had a feeling listening to Rick Tocchet that the best days were ahead of us, right? He was talking about how during that game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, Elias Pettersson was engaged. This is the game after the San Jose game, which was probably his worst game of the year. And again, Tocchet and Pettersson spoke, and again, he looked different in Toronto. He looked like he had fun. There was also points in the game where he was looking at the bench. One point at the game, when he was looking at the coach on the bench and questioning if Rick Tocchet actually meant that it was his turn to go on the ice to defend a lead, play amongst the best players in Marner, Matthews, etc. Again, this guy is suffering from confidentitis. He doesn't feel like that guy. And I was hoping post that game, post that press conference that, he'd find his confidence. As Rick Tocchet also said, he'd go to this best on best tournament, have a good time, just have fun. And ultimately, again, he might have had fun. He might have had a good time, but just see it on the ice, right? See it on the ice. Because again, Canucks fans are bored. We want to brag about our guys. We want the noise to stop. I know it's selfish. I know it's a human being here, right? It ain't all about the money, blah, blah, blah. But yo, he's looking the same. And that's not good enough. It's just not good enough. Angia saying bored is the right word when describing Elias Pettersson. Okay, so again, the league is bored. To finish off my point, again, people thinking that he has no trade value or his trade value is at its worst. There's a lot of truth to that. And because of that, and because of the need of this team kind of needing, a grand slam type of player, hoping that Pettersson can go, this summer, work out, P90X, I don't know, do his thing. Get in better shape, get quicker, rest the tendonitis, get heal confidentitis. I don't know. Just come back in September, be an elite, because you're going to trade him as if he's like some second liner. Like, I don't know if the league views this guy as a home run. I think they view him more as a risk. And again, don't get it twisted. I know for sure my sources, again, my intuition, it's telling me this. The league, They're not completely taking his side in the whole JT Miller, Elias Pettersson beef, okay? That ruined some of his aura too. So now you got the on ice thing not working out, and the training regimen, and now you got the off ice locker room stuff too. It's a lot of damage on that trade value, okay? And I'd rather hope, and I know I might be eating this, but hey, I got to support Elias Pettersson, right? Straight up, made me fall in love with hockey all over again post the Henrik and Daniel era. I got to believe that guy can use this summer to just get back, okay? It is what it is. Oh, but what does that mean for this year and our playoff chances this year? Look, we're chasing the Calgary Flames, or, above the Calgary Flames. It's going to be a dogfight, but with Quinn Hughes and good goaltending, I don't know. I'm convinced that we can outlast the Calgary Flames, and the Vancouver Canucks can make the playoffs. And they better make the playoffs. Y'all increasing season tickets by like 10 to 14%. What's the number? It's a damn shame, man. Look after your neighbors. Look after your people. And after being a good team once in the last decade, and now, fighting and scrambling for a playoff spot against the Calgary Flames this year, you guys decide to up your prices again. Like, that is an absolute joke to an educated hockey fan base, okay? For real. That's not well deserved. Not surprised though, right? Rogers Arena, Sportsnet Plus. Connect the dots. Anyways, on the other side, we'll talk more about Pettersson. We'll talk more about also, the Thursday being the biggest day in NHL history, and some Canucks connections. Okay, can we talk about the Tkachuk brothers? The villains, right? The protagonist, also the antagonist of the NHL. I didn't mention Connor McDavid's name. I mentioned those guys' names first because, again, I think they're doing a lot for the game. And, again, it's crazy as a Canadian, I know, but I hope they're healthy. Still, it's not the Olympics for me. I'm Team NHL before Team Canada or Team USA. I'm sorry. But, Thursday feels like the game can be put onto a whole other level, and that's good for, again, the game. Anyways, we'll touch more on that on the other side. I'm Locked On Canucks. One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab. But before we do all that, let's shout out FanDuel. And, just drink some water, okay? Relax. Let's get nice to Pettersson here on Locked On Canucks. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Apparently, the NBA All-Star Game sucked. Right now, the NBA is taking notes from the NHL. What's going on? That being said, you could have got on the action. Okay, I don't know how you can bet on the NBA All-Star Game. Like, who's got the coolest slam dunk? Is this guy gonna jump over a car? How many 5-pointers can this guy hit? I don't know. But hey, if you were gonna use any platform to do that betting on, use America's #1 sportsbook in FanDuel. And again, right now, you customers, man, you place a $5 bet, you boom, bam, bim, bam, boom, bam, you win that bet. Next thing you know, you got $150 in bonus bets. That's something else. Okay, make your same game parlay. Use some live betting. Okay, do it all. Okay, you don't gotta wait for the game to start or right before the game to start to place your last minute bets. You can just bet throughout the whole game. Live betting, it's the present, not the future. Again, though. New customers get what? $100 and $150, I'm sorry, in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your shot at a $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed. And earlier today, I said FanDuel.com/lockedon. You don't got to do that, okay? Just visit FanDuel.com. People, we back doing this, talking about the coolest game on earth, all right? Hockey. And hopefully, I don't know, talking about one of the coolest players in hockey. I know we spent a lot of time just doing the same thing with Elias Pettersson that we've done for the last couple of months. But again, you just got to hope that the guy you can't get nothing for just finds his game in the summer, okay? In the summer, not the spring. I know, I'm sorry. I'm having my doubts. Please prove me wrong, but I'm this off season. No cameras, no nothing, no Instagram posts, no nothing. Get to work, whatever that means. There's a chance Rick Tocchet moves in with Elias Pettersson. I don't know. I think he can get sued for that. Okay, I don't know what's going on this summer, but it's all gonna happen there. Maybe hang out with Quinn Hughes, okay, and read some of his books. I'm not even lying, okay, but books change lives. Read the same books Quinn Hughes is reading. Speaking of which, look at this comment. Greener saying Quinn Hughes was the best Canuck at Four Nations. And Greener, you're not wrong. You ain't. Look at that decision, man. And that decision does connect with Elias Pettersson. I'm sorry. But if Pettersson's hurt, really damaged, right? Why is he playing at the Four Nations? Do the math. He ain't hurt. Maybe he's recovering, but how bad could it be if your captain wants to make sure he's healthier to help this team play playoff games? How bad could it be if the coaching staff and all these people are just letting this guy play at the Four Nations? He's not hurt. Or not that hurt, but Quinn Hughes, hopefully not that hurt too. We're going to find out soon. I'm pretty sure the Canucks are coming back to Vancouver like sometime this week. They're going to start practicing. Quinn Hughes dealing with that oblique injury. Hopefully he's back. And what a decision for him not to play at this tournament. This has been a physical tournament. Okay, even in today's game, who's not playing? Matthew Tkachuk. Who's not playing 5 minutes into the game? It's Brady Tkachuk. There's a great chance that those two play on Thursday. Again, main character energy. Those guys want to do it for their country. Right? But there's such a good chance that if Quinn Hughes was playing in this tournament, that oblique injury or that hand injury or a new injury would have been even more damaging for everything Vancouver Canucks. Quinn Hughes, what a great leader, and again, the best player at the Four Nations tournament for the Vancouver Canucks, okay? If Quinn Hughes was playing in this tournament, no lie, I'm going to a Monday. I think I said that right. That's the Hindu church, right? I'm going there every night to watch the game on Sportsnet Plus in that building using their Wi-Fi. I'm in that temple watching those games because we can do it without Elias Pettersson. Like, we won a playoff round without Elias Pettersson. Okay, we got, again, our top end talent is like top 5 talent. Quinn Hughes, that guy, that dog. Canada, the nation, the country, lucky that guy's not playing in this tournament. With him in the lineup, this team can still make the playoffs. And again, we'll get into it with Trevor, okay? That guy's a family man, actually spending money on like real things. I got to ask him, like, how disappointed are you in the Vancouver Canucks? I know it's business and the economy is the economy and the times are changing. But come on, Aquilini and company and Rutherford and company. Come on. How expensive are these seats you guys you're putting into the building, okay? And I know you guys gotta pay for Elias Pettersson's contract, but why can it not be like a 2% increase on ticket prices season to season and not 10 to 14 after, again, the Canucks have sucked that home ice this year and have given us a lot of storylines for all like the wrong reasons. Just not the year to do it. If you built off of last year and the Canucks were coasting and it just felt sexy and secure and the Stanley Cup aspirations were actually there and in truth, then I understand it, okay? Winning fixes everything, but there's something kind of scummy about what the Vancouver Canucks did over the weekend, okay? I'm a neighbor. I cheer for the people. And that's not fair, man. Bell peppers, $8 a bell pepper, man. And now $18,000 to go to 5 Canuck games a year. Where am I going with this? Oh, yeah, I'm going to Thursday, okay? Can we talk about Thursday? It's going to be the biggest day in NHL history, okay? Everyone's going to be watching. Everyone's reacting. When I say everyone, every type of person around the globe, okay? Reacting to what happened a couple nights ago because, A, fighting fixes everything. I mean, winning fixes everything. And the NHL won a couple days ago when it was Canada versus USA at the Four Nations face-off, and now they're going to do it for the championship on Thursday. There's going to be that built-up emotion. It's a interesting time in sport right now. NFL, the NBA just had the worst All-Star game again and again and again that they just had. Maybe there's some, I don't know, like not some hangover after the Luka Doncic trade, but the honeymoon stage of that may be a little over. The trade deadline is passed. All these American people they're just going to pick up what's going to happen on Thursday in Boston, and it's like a boxing fight. It really is. It's like a main event. It's got that energy. Again, the first sport, right? Apparently, allegedly, the human race got together and watched in an arena was what? 2 people fighting, 2 people damaging each other. I know it sucks, and we're supposed to talk about hockey and it's violent, and but you know what? It doesn't suck. It's somehow in us, and again, there's going to be such built up animosity and built up hype around this game. And Matthew Tkachuk and Brady Tkachuk have a lot to do with it. Okay, Brady Tkachuk always in these EA Sport like trade rumors regarding Elias Pettersson and Matthew Tkachuk. You talk about being bored about Elias Pettersson not doing anything at a best on best tournament. Okay, as sports fans, we want your main characters to be amongst the best main characters. Okay, and Pettersson did nothing. And there's Matthew Tkachuk, who we picked. Who over him again? Oli Levy, right? There's a main character, one of the top 3, top 5 main characters. Okay, in the league. Okay, because he does everything. He does everything, and he puts on a show. He's gonna have a chance to do that for. Again, I'm not going to say the United States, but for the NHL. And I know he didn't play today, but WWE storyline, he's going to be there on Thursday, and he's going to be causing a ruckus. And a part of me feels like that guy and Brady. I'll even throw JT in the mix. There's a lot of faces on that U.S. team that they want that bravado. They want that title of like putting the game on, right? They want the American culture, to be intertwined with everything hockey, right? Sort of like how Canada's been doing it, and that's why they so badly want to win this tournament, right? That Thursday means a lot. Again, the biggest day in American NHL history. It could be just that. Now, it won't be the biggest day in Canadian NHL history because, come on, let's be honest, it's a 4 nations tournament, and Canada just wins everything. Okay. I don't have that photo in front of me, but I feel like America's been on top of the hockey world, like not at a junior level, but just in general, in the professional level, like 4 or 5 times in real life. Like you got to include the Olympics, you got to include the World Cup, and you got to include all these world championships that happen year in and year out. The last time the Americans won a world championship, again, I know a tournament that doesn't matter, was like 1933, and that's crazy to me. Again, they don't have a lot of gold medals at these best non-best tournaments. And I know they're braggadocious. They're cocky right now. They're trying to do a lot for the game. In their minds, hopefully for their sake, they're not thinking that they already had this thing wrapped up. Okay? But again, a lot of main character energy coming from that side. And then you got Connor McDavid and Connor McDavid and Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon and Nathan McKinnon and Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar and Sidney Crosby. And you know what I'm saying? Like Thursday has the chance to be it all for the NHL. Okay, you got the physicality, you got the hate, you got, again, the fighting. Like that is something no sport has, like no team sport has the way hockey has it. Okay, oh, you want to get into a scrap, you want to drop a couple F-bombs, you want to risk your life and throw bare knuckles, do it, but you're going to be, fined for 5 minutes. It's just part of the game. And then you got, again, all the action, all the hockey. There's a reason why I know it's hated on this program, but there's a big reason why I've mentioned Connor McDavid, 3 times in that little spiel, and Nathan McKinnon 3 times in that little spiel. Like those guys athletically are up there with some of the best athletes in North America, some of the best athletes in the world. Let's be honest. Who moves like that? Who skates like that? They're on a different tier than their peers. And it can all add up to, again, just next level entertainment. And it's good for the game, man. Good for the game. Anywho, let's end off with more comments. Let me know how excited you are for Thursday. Are you feeling patriotic about it? Are you more like me? You're just excited to watch, again, one of the biggest hockey games in NHL history? Because it kind of feels like that. And also let me know more thoughts on Elias Pettersson. I'm looking at the live comments right now. Nobody cares about the spiel. Nobody cares about Thursday. They care about Elias Pettersson, man. Elston saying $11.6 million third line center. Hey, $11.6 million extra skater for Team Sweden. Again, did he get benched? Can somebody confirm that? I looked at the minutes. He's not hurt, right? We did this episode right when the game ended. So, like, is there any word that this guy was hurt and couldn't play? Because it's looking like I manifested some dark energy. Okay, Elias Pettersson got scratched at a best tournament. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to the temple in a couple days. Okay, just forgive me. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Next comment. Man, oh man, it's Can anyone else want to talk about the damn tournament? All you guys want to do is talk about damn Elias Pettersson. Okay, look at this from Sound for Soul. Okay, I hope Canada wins, but Binnington is trash. Oof. What's gonna happen, man? What's gonna happen? I mean, there's no chance that Cooper and company take Binnington out. There's been spurts where he's been like solid, been quote unquote a rock, but multiple odd goals, right? Just clearly not amongst the best of the best. I mean, America has a lot of them. You never know. Hopefully it doesn't come down to goaltending. And just on this note, I want to talk more to Trevor about this throughout the week, and maybe we can get some other guests on to solidify this. I kind of want both these teams not even playing for the medal in the first 40 minutes of the game. Like, put on a show. Okay, don't worry about the Four Nations Championship trophy extravaganza and your participation ribbon that's a little brighter than the second place one. Like, who cares about that? For the first 40 minutes, loosen up, get physical, right? Get it going, and don't play so much defense. Please, okay? After the first period of that spectacle a couple nights ago, dude, I was bored. Because these players are so good at checking and so good at playing within the system and so good at skating, and the gaps are a lot tighter and all this technical stuff. It's like, dude, don't be technical for the first 40 minutes of Thursday's game, okay? Play with instinct. Don't worry. I feel as if it's always going to be a close game regardless. And then do that whole trap it up thing in the third period. But for the first 40 minutes of that game, put the NHL on. Do all the instinctual fun things, okay? On that note, like, you never know. I guess Binnington, 4-4 game, 32 minutes into the game, Binnington gets pulled and Aiden Hill saves the day. Okay, Canada, okay, don't worry, man. When I have a child, I'm going to put him in net, okay? Don't worry, Canada, I got your back. Look at this, man. Geometric sphere / universal intelligence telling us that the game is going to be big time fun. Yo, fun. I like it. I'm that type of guy. Could be annoying, but again, I'm that type of guy. Like my sport. Love my sport. Why y'all watching 82 NBA games when it's so soft and it's like, it's like watching a pickup game. Like, hockey is different. Now, again, if hockey was played like it was played on Saturday, or, like it's played in the playoffs for the most part, like if that was the case in the regular season, game in and game out, these players would only be able to play like 30 games a year in the regular season, maybe 18, maybe 20. Like, it can't be that physical all the time. Like, it's just scientifically impossible. Just such a physical spectacle, and the wear and tear would be so significant if, again, it was at that level. But man, when it is a spectacle and being played at that level, it's just the greatest game on earth. Okay, next comment. This one goes to James Moore. Okay, he says he has a ticket to Thursday's game. He's looking for flights, and yes, Kyle, we are hyped. Damn, dog. You blessed. Now, James, again, Google him. I'm pretty sure I know what team he's cheering for, but just, like, let me know. Like, I want to know, like, are you so badly wanting Canada to win this? It could be a stupid question. Maybe I got to read, I don't know, like, what do I got to read? What's the most Canadian book out there? Pippi Longstocking? I don't know. I gotta read something Canadian to feel more Canadian, but I feel as if, again, I'm more nervous for Thursday's game because I want the hype to be reached and I want the game to be put on, okay? Anyways, I got to get out of here. My name's Kyle Ballin. That was another episode of Locked On Canucks, a bonus episode on this holiday Monday. My name's Kyle Ballin. I already said that? One love to the Don't Doze Art Lab for taking care of that West Coast bias. Hey, one love to you and you and you and you. Feel as if you guys really carried the show today with all those comments because, again, I wasn't the only one that wanted the death threats, okay? The Pettersson people, man. The PD Peeps. The PD Peeps? I want to be a PDP full-time again. I'm just saying, I'm bored, okay? I'm bored. And a lot of you guys are aggravated. Ride or die, right? Ride together, we die together. We brothers and sisters for life, a.k.a. we are all Canucks, a.k.a. we are all Locked On Canucks. Hey, one love to Trevor Begg, the second best dad in the world. Hey, do us all a favor right now. I know you didn't like Pettersson's play, but hey, like this video. See what happens. Change a life, okay? Like I said, this is the place that takes care of their neighbors. Do the math. Anyways, good night. Talk to you tomorrow. And peace.
Your Locked On Canucks, your daily podcast on the Vancouver Canucks, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.